Thank you guys so much for coming here. Thank you for being present with us in this moment. We're so psyched to share the most recent development from Dubb called Dubb AI. This is your new sales agent. Now, I want to take you guys on a little bit of a journey to explain the synthesis of this technology and of this product. So I think by now we've all interfaced with AI in some capacity. We get copy from it, we get strategy, we ask questions. It's sort of become like our Google replacement, which has been a really positive experience for definitely most of us, if not all of us. Now, I think where the limitation lies in most of people's user experiences with AI is not just having it provide copy and provide strategy and to give answers, but it's to actually do the work, okay? So what we started to realize was that people were using AI, they were getting their answers, people had a CRM system of some sort, they had an email automation system, they had a marketing automation system, they had some system to communicate with clients, but they weren't putting these pieces together. And, we realized that AI is not just about providing information, it's about doing the tasks for you. So what I did, like any good technologist, was I went through the rigorous journey of trying to create an AI agent to connect all my systems together. And it was a very laborious process. This took, weeks of time, lots of failures, lots of experiments, lots of tokens spent, lots of broken things and heartache and blood, sweat, and tears. And what I came out with on the other side was sort of a Frankenstein of an AI assistant that's connecting to multiple technologies to orchestrate certain tasks like creating contacts, adding tasks, sending emails, updating the CRM, doing lead generation, market research, finding property information, owner information if we're in real estate. We started to sort of assemble all of these things together, and we realized that the future is now. The problem with all of this was to create all of this was extremely challenging. It would require a team of developers to do, and it would cost a lot of money, and you'd probably have to convert your job into being a full-time programmer. So if anyone is interested in being a full-time programmer, let me know. Because if you're not, and if you want to focus on sales, if you want to focus on relationships, if you want to focus on the things that you do best, which is closing deals, providing value, creating a mutually beneficial relationship with people, you are in the absolute right place because we built it, and we built it lean and mean, and we built it in such a safe way. Data is siloed. It's yours. We use best-in-class technology. We use Slack, owned by Salesforce. We use, Pipedream, owned by Workday. These are NASDAQ, Fortune 500 companies that we can trust. We've built partnerships with them. We partnered with Anthropic, who of course owns Claude, and we developed a relationship with them so that we can go and assemble and orchestrate all this technology to give you the final product. What is the final product? The final product is your ultimate sales agent. This sales agent connects to over 3,000 integrations, and it can do the doing. It can generate leads. It can update your CRM. It can send emails on your behalf. It can send emails from Gmail, from Outlook, from SendGrid. It can go and find deep research on companies or addresses to find property information. It can validate emails. It can validate phone numbers to make sure that the people that you're in touch with are real human beings, so that when you go and activate your sales and marketing efforts, you're getting results. You're not just creating noise and ultimately getting yourself blocked somewhere. So, what we're going to do in this webinar is we're going to take you through what this technology looks like and how you can start using this today. So there's a couple of housekeeping issues here that I'd like to present. Number one is that folks, light up the chat. We absolutely love getting chat messages in there. It's super fun for us. It pumps us up. We're reading all of them in real time. I think there's 4 or 5 people from the Dubb team here. So it's no problem to answer your questions, respond to you and stuff like that. If you have a specific question and if you want to get our attention, use the Q&A feature in Zoom down below. You will see it says questions and answers. Click on that button, put your question is, be as detail-oriented as possible. If you don't know exactly how to phrase your question, use an AI assistant or sort of workshop that question and just make sure that it's clear and concise to us. Provide any additional information you can. custom integrations, technical limitations, use cases, sort of experiments that you'd like to do, curiosities, anything is cool in there. The reason why Q&A works really good for us is because we know that that's a specific question. So that's like a priority, okay? We also love to get success stories. We love to get case studies. So at the end of the webinar, we've had so many individual case studies and results, success stories with folks already. I mean, it's been a tremendous experience, working with Melinda, working with Greg, working with Richard, working with Don, the list goes on, Emmett. We've had so much fun working with our friends that have taken the step to use the Dubb Sales Agent. So light up the chat. It's fun for us. We love emojis. We love questions, comments, concerns. But if you have a specific technical question, use the Q&A. We also like to know where you're tuning in from. What is your background? What do you do for a living? What are some of the problems that you're dealing with? We want to respond to those things. The more information that you provide to us, the more customized and personalized we can make this webinar. And frankly, our entire experience, technology, the customer service, everything. So give us that information and we will give it right back to you tenfold to help you get results. Darius mentioned training. Training is a massive important part of Dubb. Technology is amazing. If you don't know how to use it, totally useless. We have daily lives trainings, 10 a.m. every single day for the Dubb Sales Studio, which is the original sort of Dubb flagship product, our video, CRM, sales marketing automation. We're now calling it the Dubb Sales Studio. So we have 10 a.m. trainings every single day in Zoom, dubb.com/T. We also have daily live trainings for Dubb AI, the Dubb Sales Agent, dubb.com/TAI. So get yourself registered on those lists and come meet us every single day because we're workshopping things every day with people, okay? We also have a coaching program where we meet Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and every other week on Thursdays for our Pro Plus users, real estate folks, and then our Dubb partners. So, if you could include a link to our coaching program, we encourage you to join that coaching program, register. We'll get you taken care of. We will workshop certain things. This is not like technical things. This is like, I've got a strategy and I'm trying to engage with these 1,000 people and land my next, 10 meetings and land my next 3 clients, like specific sales funnel strategies. Meet us in the coaching program and we will help you out. Auto available in Dubb. That's the chat interface in the top of the Dubb dashboard. It's a very intelligent AI assistant. Feel free to ask it questions there. And without further ado, I'd love to pass the mic to Rob Botts, the legendary Rob Botts. Folks, I want you guys to know something. Rob does 2 daily live trainings every single day. Do you know any other person on the planet? Do you know any other company on the planet that is in there every single day, 2 times a day for over an hour sometimes, okay? That is out there training, teaching, providing advice. Rob, we are so grateful for you, for the information, for the value that you provide, for the empathy that you have. We've learned so much from you, whether it's just how to use the teleprompter, and how to feel comfortable on camera, get rid of that voice in our head, and also now using the Dubb Sales Agent to go and do our jobs for us so that we have more time with our friends and our families and doing the things that we love to do, and that's on our purpose. Friends, family, our clients. Folks, I'm so excited to pass the mic here to Rob.
I was gonna say one quick thing before Rob takes off. Rob's gonna kind of steal the show here, but I will say Rob's about to show general use cases, right, guys? He's gonna show all the different powerful things that AI can do for you right this second. But what truly makes it powerful is it can do for you specifically in your business. So I put a form. I have a bunch of really good questions, guys. I'm gonna be answering these, chatting away as Rob's showing his thing. I just put a form. I'm gonna pop it in there again because chat's firing up. If you want Dubb AI to do something for you, fill out that form because that is going to put us in the hit list and we're going to follow up with you and say, already doable. Here's how to, or we're going to say, give us 3 days and now that's doable. Here it's right. So by documenting your guys' specific use cases, the exact things you want AI to do for you, fill out that form and then Dubb AI, you will get some follow-up here where we're going to show you that workflow, that problem that you've been trying to solve already either done or here's how to do it or whatever the case may be. But that's, remember, we always say we're building by listening, and that's how we can hear your voice in a very organized way. So please hit form, even if you've already been using Dubb AI, even if you are going to chat here today, even if you have your question answered about the use case. If you are wondering, can Dubb AI do this? Drop it into that form for me, please. Thank you very much. Rob's going to show some awesome stuff. I'll be chatting away, and we thank you guys. It's exciting times.
Thanks, Darius. Appreciate it. And Ruben, thanks for the kind words. And the always say end on a good note. So thanks for the kind words. I'm out of here, everybody. No,
Yeah.
no, I'm kidding. All right, I'm gonna go in. All right, so here we go. So let me reiterate by saying ditto to everything Ruben and Darius just said, because quick words about them. Ruben and Darius, if you don't know them, they are like the perfect match together. Ruben and Darius are the perfect combo team. Ina's here as well. The whole team is built perfectly well, and everybody has their own talents and abilities, and I think everything merges together really great. So much appreciated to everybody. I'm just going to say Dubb AI does the doing. If you're going to walk away with a phrase, it does the doing. So let me share my screen and let's actually see what that looks like. So we mentioned that Dubb AI lives inside of Slack, the free version of Slack. You don't need the paid version; just get the free version. Lives right inside here. Slack is the little car, and Dubb AI is the passenger inside the vehicle. So when you're inside here and you first get Dubb AI, you're going to notice right down here at the bottom it says Apps in Dubb AI. So when you actually have Dubb AI in here, just go down here at the bottom and say hello to Dubb AI. Just say hi. Add them in here, say hello, you're ready to go. Now, when you have Dubb AI in here, what are some things that Dubb AI can do? Well, an example of doing the doing is right down here. Let's start with email. Hey, Dubb AI, do me a favor. Can you send Rob an email explaining how the Dubb platform, classic Dubb Sales Studio works? Well, sure. Dubb AI is going to give an answer right over here in the thread and say, yeah, I absolutely did that. Look, I got the green check mark here. It's already sent. Now, I trust Dubb AI, but to hold trust verify, let me pop over to my email. And yes, Dubb AI did exactly that. Hey, Rob, let me talk to you about Dubb, how it's going to grow your business, all of that great stuff inside of there. It did what it was supposed to do. Now, another great thing you can do with your email with Dubb AI is to tell Dubb AI, do me a favor, go back into my email and check any missed sales opportunities that might be in there, because that happens a lot. It's so easy to miss stuff in emails. So when you ask Dubb AI to do a simple task like this, it can find some opportunities that you just forgot about maybe. So when you ask Dubb AI to do this over here in the thread, yes, I did do it. And guess what? I found things that could possibly be urgent. Someone could be requesting something. There could be interest there. Something could be in progress that maybe you forgot about and maybe you want some follow-ups. So that immediate value right there that's sitting in there, that gold that could be sitting right in your email, Dubb AI is going to go gold digging and go and find it. And then Dubb AI, when it does something, and this is always the case you're going to find out with Dubb AI, it wants to really proactively do other things. So it's going to do the thing you asked for, but then it's going to be even more active and say, listen, do you want me to draft? I found these opportunities. How about I draft some follow-ups for you for videos? What if I schedule a reminder? What if I log this thing as a contact right inside your CRM? So it always wants to do more. Now, another example, let's say you want to do lead generation, right? We all need leads. Well, you can tell Dubb AI, do me a favor, generate a list, and this is an example right here. Generate a list of 5 CEOs from the real estate area, US companies, 50 to 200 employees. You can get very specific. Now, this could be anything within your industry that you're in. And the biggest thing that I think we've learned about about AI in general is prompting. Speak in AI like it's a person. Be specific about what you want. So I've asked Dubb AI to do this. Let's generate some leads. So Dubb AI did its thing. And of course, I have its answer over here. Nice breakdown of the information, the contact info, the emails, everything that I need. And then I want to ask Dubb AI to do something very specifically. I would like Dubb AI to verify my emails because I don't want garbage going into my CRM. I want clean stuff coming in, clean stuff that works. So it verifies the emails, gives you a little breakdown right here, and it tells you what is safe to send and what is not safe to send. That's probably one of the biggest things in sales is like having that nice clean information. So Dubb AI has the power to do that. And then once they're clean, then and only then you can tell Dubb AI to import those clean contacts into my CRM, and it absolutely will do that. And of course, Dubb AI wants to do more. Do you want me to enrich the contacts with phone numbers? How about add some notes so it'll keep pushing things forward just like that. Now, another thing that you can do as well, this is a really cool example. So this is a real estate example, but this could be any industry where Dubb AI can take a URL that you can provide. And in this example, what's a market update up there in Sacramento? And say, turn this into a personalized report for my clients. So imagine giving Dubb AI a URL and say, I want you to turn this thing into something cool that I can share. So Dubb AI does that, and look what it does. It creates this right here, and you're able to send this out. And if you have classic Dubb Sales Studio, those out here have Dubb, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you can do a screen recording right on top of this thing and send it out. So pretty combination in terms of what you can send and create just by giving Dubb AI a URL, and it can turn it into something for you. Now, if you're inside with your CRM, right? You got your CRM. This is a big one. Opportunities within folks that you already have contacts with. Hey, Dubb AI, do me a favor. Check my HubSpot CRM as an example for any list of hot leads that I got in there. I want to check those out. So then Dubb AI is going to give you the reply and say, yeah, look, I've got a few in here. Some are in different stages. Look, I'll even list them out for you. And again, do you want me to draft personalized follow-ups? How about export the list for you? How about do something else? So we'll always take it to the next step. Now, we also have custom integrations that are available with Dubb, with Dubb AI, which I'll explain in a second when we come back to this. But the whole point is inside of Slack here, if you are a Slackster and you're used to using Slack, you know about having channels over here. If you're experiencing Slack for the first time, it's pretty awesome. It's a communication platform where you can set up different channels for different efforts. Because look at what I just showed you right now. We have CRM, we have email, we have lead gen. All of this can be set up beautifully. So every effort is done the way you want it to be done. Now, in terms of this one right here, Dubb Demo, right? Dubb. This is flagship Dubb, Sales Studio Dubb. We do videos. We do all kinds of great stuff with video for Dubb. And Dubb AI is connected to Dubb and can access Dubb. So the same idea applies here. If you want to be able to access Dubb, go into the CRM, say, hey, look, I want you to go into the Dubb CRM, and I want you to pull up everything with a tag with Dubb in it. Just does it. It pulls it up right here. It's already done. And then you know what? I want to add a note. How about we add a note to send a video email? That's a popular one to do if you're a Dubbster. And you know what? We're going to do that as well. How about going to the Dubb CRM and find me a video, Dubb AI booking with Rob? It's going to locate that video and the URL and the link that you can share. How about create a task to follow up? It absolutely can do that with classic Dubb, and it will do that. How about any team members? Do I have any team members sitting inside the Dubb account? Yeah, it'll find them right now. And guess what? Activity reporting. Classic Sales Studio Dubb. When you send a video out, you want that reporting on the video. Dubb AI can absolutely access that, tell you who's opening it, who's doing what. You even can add tags to workflows that you've created within Dubb. So there's that perfect marriage of Dubb Sales Studio and Dubb AI that works really, really well. Now, from what does this look like in terms of making Dubb AI intelligent? Right down here at the bottom. Dubb AI is smart, but how do we make it really smart? So what you're going to do is you're going to get a free trial to Dubb AI. We do a 7-day free trial, 25,000 free AI credits. Once you have Dubb AI and you've added it to Slack here, now we're going to access the Dubb dashboard with Dubb AI to really show you what power is here. So this is what the Dubb AI dashboard is going to look like. So you signed up for the free trial, ai.dubb.com. You got it here. You're in the dashboard. You got Dubb AI added to Slack. You get everything set up. Now we're going to walk through what this looks like. So here I am in the dashboard. Now over here to the left, there is integrations. Integrations is about telling Dubb AI and providing Dubb AI access to the softwares that you use. Typically email, CRM, calendar link, anything else that you can think of that you use and you want Dubb AI to access and have an integration with, you have the ability to do that here. So if I scroll down in here, say, look, find an integration. Say I'm looking for GoHighLevel, right? Come in here. Oh, there it is. Click connect. Maybe I use Outlook. Type it in. Connect. Maybe I use Gmail. You can see the theme here. Connect. All you have to do is connect. And now when you have these integrations set up, it's great because now Dubb AI is becoming smarter with what you use and it can access what you're using, which is a huge part of this. Now, we also just added custom integration, which you see right over here to the left under integrations, custom integrations. What that means is, here's follow-up boss as an example. Now, this would happen where if you were in regular integrations where we were just now, and you couldn't find something down here, you know what? I can't find my CRM. I can't find what I'm looking for. That's not a problem because with custom integrations, Dubb AI can create this for you, which is right here. So if we wanted to create a custom integration, right? We didn't see our thing and we want Dubb AI to create it. That's not a problem. You can just pop right over here back to Dubb AI, and this is what it would look like. Custom integrations. So you come right in here and say, hey, Dubb AI, do me a favor. Build a custom integration for follow-up boss, as an example, with 20 most important actions such as contacts, etc. What are those 20 actions that you want that thing to do, right? So Dubb AI is going to come right in here and it's going to build out this custom integration. And it's going to use the API. It's going to go online. It's going to find the API that's needed, the official docs, and it's going to start building this thing out for you. So you're able to have the integration with what you need. And as you can see, it shows you all the work that's being done. It's going to build it all out for you. It's going to have everything listed. So by the time you go through this thing, the most important thing you can give it is the API key. So when this happens, you'll get a little pop-up. It'll show you, boom, you just add the API key, put it in there, and you have the custom integration created. So if you do not find the integration in this list with Dubb AI, you type it in here and you can't find it right down here. All you have to do is tell Dubb AI to create it. Boom, it's going to add it in here. And when you add it, you'll find it right under here in the custom integrations. And you'll notice this example when you click on actions. Here are the 20 actions inside the custom integration. And notice, hey, some are labeled destructive. Hey, you got to be careful with this one. You want it to delete notes? And maybe we'll turn that one off. So just give it a good read when you're going through here in terms of the actions that you normally take. Now, Dubb AI, you also want to give Dubb AI skills. We want to be talented. We don't want, if we're playing basketball, we want Michael Jordan level skills here, or Larry Bird if you're a Boston guy. So we don't want just the dribble and basic passes. We want between the legs. We want reverses. We want all kinds of stuff. So we're going to go over to skills. And when we're in here, the team has created this menu right up here at the top. So notice it says general, and you have all the different agencies right over here, different industries we have listed. If you're in an industry that we don't have in here, let us know and we'll add it. But the whole idea behind skills is whatever you're doing on a daily basis, when you turn these switches on that you see right here, you're giving Dubb AI the full optimized power to do it in the best way it possibly can. You turn on the MJ skills. So email verification, that's a premium one. You definitely want that one on. If you're doing cold outreach, turn that one on. If you got Dubb, Classic Sales Studio Dubb, turn on the video email sender, turn on the newsletter, turn on the CRM. If you're doing blog writing every day, turn on the blog writing switch. Turn on what you feel is going to work for you in the most best way possible. And then just select your industry. I'll give you an example. Let's just pick real estate. Come over here to your industry. Yeah, you definitely want property owner search on. Maybe you work with FSBOs. Turn that thing on. How about instant offers? How about market analysis reports? So take the time, go through your different industries, turn on the switches and skills that make sense to be turned on. Now, another part is going to be settings. Right down here at the bottom left. When you click on settings, this is a little company brief area, and this is where you're going to pop some information in so Dubb AI can learn about you and what you're doing and be well educated on what you're doing. Then below here, you have the model. What kind of model do we want to use? Well, with Dubb AI, we typically recommend Claude Opus, but Claude Sonnet right here is really efficient. It does a really great job. You have more economical uses down here with Haiku. You have some deep reasoning down here with the Dubb model down at the bottom. But the whole idea here is you have a hierarchy of the intelligence of the models here. If you want Albert Einstein sitting at the top for a complicated thing that you want Dubb AI to do in the most powerful way you can do it, select a more powerful model that has that level of intelligence and skill. If you're doing like a basic search, something really basic, go down to the Dubb one or go down to the Haiku one. This will really keep you efficient and applying the right model to the right task that you want to apply. Now, you also can do scheduled tasks. So scheduled tasks is great. Maybe there's something that you want to have every day, every week, monthly, whenever that is, and you want to have something delivered to you by Dubb AI. All you have to do is set up a scheduled task and tell Dubb AI, listen, every Monday, I want this thing delivered so it's ready to go. So whatever it is, take it off the plate that's done manually, have Dubb AI do it, and you can have a scheduled task ready to go. Now, under settings where we just were, just down here at the bottom, make sure you're connected with Slack. Get that all set up right because that's where Dubb AI lives. And then make sure that Dubb is connected. If you've got Classic Sales Studio Dubb, make sure that's connected down here as well. Now, in terms of the billing, so this is how this breaks down. It's pretty great. It's very transparent. So we do a 7-day free trial, 25,000 free AI credits. And once you love using it and you want to upgrade, $50 a month, 50,000 AI credits. And whenever you take an action with Dubb AI, we have transparent pricing right down here. So, you know, I showed you in Slack, hey, Dubb AI, go do this thing. Inside here, once you do it, you're going to see credits used to the right and dollar amount. So when you select the option in here, you're going to scroll through and say, okay, this cost exactly this and the exact amount of credits, and you know what's going on in here. The biggest thing you want to do to kind of use this here is use Dubb AI. What do you normally do that you want Dubb AI to do? Do it as an example. Go right here to billing, see what it looks like. If you're doing any kind of big sending with Dubb, something that we we recommend, if you're doing any kind of large send out, like a big campaign or something like that, we recommend using what you already use, whether it's a CRM, a sender, whatever it is. If you're using Dubb Classic, Dubb Sales Studio, just use that. It makes more sense monetarily for those big sends. But Dubb AI is really good for the specialized stuff, the targeted stuff. If you've seen the movie Glengarry Glen Ross, there's a scene about the Glengarry leads. It's the little pink sheet leads. Those are the ones. So if you want to do that, have Dubb AI take that lower amount, get that personalized copy written, which Dubb AI can do, and have it sent out. And then you can do follow-ups. You can do all kinds of stuff after. But I would use Dubb AI from a efficiency standpoint and effective standpoint from pricing, credits, and results by taking that smaller amount and doing that. Now, if you are, as one last thing, if you know about Classic Dubb, we're all about recording videos, okay? It's a part of what we do. And now Dubb AI and Dubb are connected. So team added this, which is pretty cool. If you are a Dubbster and you're inside here and you're in the dashboard, Notice right over here to the left, this little drop down right here. You can toggle in between Dubb AI, and if I click this here, it's going to bring me over to Classic Dubb, the Dubb Sales Studio, where you can do all kinds of recording and all kinds of neat stuff. And if you want to go back to where you were, just click Dubb Sales Agent. And I'm going to go right back down here. Now, before I hand this part back over, I want to mention the support that we have right here. And this is really important. So down here at the bottom, you notice this number right here. This is our AI sales agent, Sophia. She's available 24/7. If you want to call her about Dubb AI or Dubb Sales Studio, Classic Dubb, anything related to tech strategy, she can help you out with that 24/7. If you want to check out our daily lives that we do, Monday through Friday, 12:30 p.m. PST, that is our Dubb AI training we do every day. You can click on this here and you can register for it right here, 12:30 p.m. PST. You can pop in and join us every day. The training videos right here, these are training videos that have been edited. Some of the longer versions, some of the shorter versions. These are all from our 12:30 p.m. PST meetings that we've had already. And these are great to watch, to really go back and check them out. Now, we also have this. This is a really cool part. This is view documentation. You click this here, you can come right in here, scroll down here, select live training log. And this is an awesome log that we have here of all the meetings that we've had. So whatever one you want to click on from past meetings, it's going to give you a nice breakdown. Who was there, key topics that were covered, boom, all kinds of information you can add in here. And we even have a section down the bottom that says, hey, notable quotes. Do you want to be part of the notable quotes? So when you come in there, say something memorable and we'll have you in there ready to go. So that is kind of the look of what this involves. You want to make sure that you have Slack, the free version of Slack, and then you want to get Dubb AI and make sure Dubb AI is intelligent, ready to go. How is Dubb AI intelligent? Integrations and skills are two big things that you want right there. And then just when you're first trying this out, just do the simple stuff like we talked about. Connect your email, connect Gmail, connect Outlook, and say, go find some missed sales opportunities in there. Let Dubb AI do its thing and go find those. Do a practice send it to, a colleague or a friend, have Dubb AI send it. And then you'll be able to check this stuff out from a full complete. That's the look of Dubb AI. So I have the baton and I'm throwing it back toward
beautiful. Perfect, Rob. Thank you. Guys, I've been clacking away here, answering all these questions in the comments in the chat. I really appreciate it, guys. You've done a great job of keeping those things separate for us as well. I do see some questions here in the chat. No problem. I'm gonna my way back through there. I will say though, in the Q&A, they get direct typed answers and it's nice and organized. So I would appreciate more questions in the Q&A. I'm going to work my way back through here. But before I do that, just a quick pause. Let me do some spotlighting quickly here. Okay. Excellent questions. Keep them coming. As Rob mentioned, and Rob, if you could drop the link. I know some of you guys have to run here on a short time. Put the link for the one-on-one. The most common thing that I hear, guys, is when people see like this, they're like, oh my God, my brain is exploding with the possibilities. And now I have so much that I have to go do and learn. Don't feel that way. I know that's your instinct, but the reality is this. You don't have to do that way or feel that. And instead, you meet our team, Ruben, Rob, Ina, some expert from our team in a one-on-one. You say, here's what I want to do in my business. Does it integrate with this? Can it do that? And we're going to say, yes, here's how, do it. Step 1, 2, done. So when we're talking about, hey, turn on this one workflow so you never miss an important email again. Turn on this one automation so that you never forget to wish somebody happy birthday, anniversary, whatever. Again, one conversation, one time is all that it will take. We're not asking you guys to have to come figuring out how all that stuff is in the back ends and hours of training. No. If you are the type of person that wants to do that, you absolutely can do that. There's going to be daily trainings. There's email, chat, phone. You can certainly kick the tires all on your own. Typically, that's not what I would recommend. Just like any of us in any profession for any length of time, you would not recommend that your customers or clients go try to do it themselves first, right? If you're in real estate, you wouldn't say, go try to buy your house by yourself first and then come get me when you need help. I would not say the same thing as a technologist. I would say, you guys are really good at what you do. And I want to help you stay doing that and be focused on that instead of having to now come learn a brand new concept in technology. It's great for you to learn this. It's great for you to develop, but I'll also say, just like you as a profession help your clients and stuff ease into the product or service that helping them consume, we would recommend the same here. It's free, right? That's the most, you're not out of pocket. It's literally saving you time and going to result in a much better experience and outcome for you. So I would say that's the most important thing. If you guys are like, I'm so far behind in this AI thing, or I'm this far, or I'm close, or whatever it is, skip the line, right? Book the time, the one-on-one, and we can come turn these workflows on for you. But never miss an email. Actually log stuff to your CRM. Analyze the stuff in your CRM, right? I can't tell you guys, when Ruben and I, Rob, we've all been meeting clients here individually on the early release of this technology, and we hear the same stories repeatedly, right? How many of us are guilty not going into the CRM as often as we should, logging the calls or logging the records or using the data that's there? Dubb, right? Dubb for years. We have Dubb users for years that have been tracking analytics and opens and clicks and watches and have never gotten to do anything useful with all of that data because it was just simply too much information. And now this one tool can activate all of those things at one time. And instead of you having to sit there and say, what possibly do with all these ideas? Well, I got to study for hours now. We don't do that. You don't have to. You can schedule your one-on-one with Rob here, shared in the chat. Let's get your one-on-one. You just tell us, hey, this is exactly what I want to do. I also provided another resource, which I'll share, Dan, in case some other people weren't here earlier. This is the AI use case. If you'd rather say, hey, let me fill out this form, and then if once I understand how it can work for me, then I'll meet or whatever. Perfect. I'm going to submit that. I'm going to share that form one more time here in the chat. This is what can AI do for you? Because the last couple of weeks, guys, my goal, Ruben's goal, our goal has been building this technology to actually solve the problems. It's not just like another thing, right? Oh, it's a ChatGPT, it's a Gemini, it's a Claude, it's a whatever, designed to actually do the things that those tools cannot. Where those features and functions that ChatGPT and stuff cannot do, it's coming from our users, our clients. You're telling us, here's what I need to do, and why ChatGPT. So for example, the lead gen skills, email verification, phone number lookup skills, all those things are that require multiple different concurrent subscriptions and logins and trainings and technologies, frankly, a headache, right? And a bigger bill. And so that's really what we're building the technology to do, is to all that friction and headache and problem of these complex types of things that we want to do in our businesses and simplify it and make it one human little chat and give you the smartest employee in your business that you've always wanted to hire, but probably never had the budget or the training or the time to go actually train and hire an employee. I say this in some of our other trainings, guys. Dubb AI is not really in the business of just giving a soft, it's more like we're giving you your first hire. Maybe not your first hire, but we're like in an HR thing now. We're giving you your employee, and we're going to help you train your employee to actually come do the really important things that are going to help your business. So as powerful as the stuff we can see and talk about and show, the most important things are having it do exactly what you need to in your business. I will say this, and then Ruben, I think you want to come up. A couple things, guys. If you're having any sort of tech hiccup, hurdle, like, hey, let's Slack, what's that? How do if you're getting stuck, like I can see Dan here, I'm on Slack from my phone, I can't find Dubb. If you're in a situation like that, if you're stuck anywhere, I think we'll do some Q&A, some follow along process here in the last couple minutes of the presentation. But I would also say, feel free to consume the trainings that Rob shared. Those are previously recorded step by step, how to get Slack, how to get Dubb, how to install Dubb into Slack, whether or not already had it from your phone, so there will be some addressings of those conversations already done in the trainings. So whether you want to watch something one-on-one, do it here, do it in all the future trainings we have, all those are available for you. So Dan, sounds like you're down the rabbit hole of hitting errors, and I don't even know that error code. Sounds like you should get into a one-on-one, Dan, or for the daily live trainings, we can do a screen share, some things like that. Not in this webinar here, we'll probably do some basic install right at the end, and then make sure everyone has exactly the path that you want to get, so whether it's a one-on-one or the daily lives or self-serve, because there's videos and articles and support available for every single thing. So that's the most important thing, is making sure you guys get the help that you need in the way that I think, and she says Ali says only shows appointment for next month already. Is it already that? Let's take a look at that thing. Yeah, wow. Okay, so it filled up, guys. There will be, I think we'll be able to add some more slots here, so stay tuned. And then Ina or Ruben or Rob, maybe we work on something else here during this thing, because if that one's already full, I want to make sure we get, maybe it's just our regular calendars or something, right?
I'll remove something off of mine. I'll take the I have a block in the afternoons. I'll just take the block off. Ruben, you all right with that? I'll take the block off.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, because let's just open it up. If anyone's ready for help, we do not want you to wait 2 weeks. Absolutely not. That's too long. Let's have you get in as soon as possible. There's the daily trainings, TAI, /T, both of those you can connect every single day. Bold Trail, I quick search, anything that can generate an API key, we can integrate with, guys. If your system, so that's the question right now is, and unfortunately, some systems can generate API keys, some systems cannot. So that will be the answer to all the questions of integration, is if the system can generate an API key, yes, we can build an integration with it, custom one, exactly what you need it to do. They can, if the system does not have API keys, then that means that they're not very friendly to integrate with other technologies. That will be the limiting factor on third-party integrations. So, okay. So yeah, Ina, Rob, let's try to work on some calendar situations. Let's get people in there. I definitely don't want you guys to wait 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay,
folks,
Ruben.
Darius,
I'm gonna pass it over, and then jump in here and answer some more. Cool.
No, that was amazing. Folks, if you guys have had a chance to interface with Darius in some capacity, you know what I'm talking about when I say this. He genuinely cares. Darius, the thing that I think we've all learned to love about Darius is that he's a straight shooter with us. And I think the problem in the sales and marketing and now the AI industry is that a lot of folks out there, they are trying to sell us the dream. Click a button, download these leads, send the emails out, boom, you've got 100 appointments, 10 new clients. There's the dream. Put your credit card in here. Darius, when he does his coachings and when he goes through the process of explaining how to use AI, how to use email marketing, how to use automation, how to send, SMS or broadcast campaigns, he's going to explain what the potential is. But what he also does is he explains what the risks are, what the guardrails are, how you can protect yourself from overspending money, getting your domain blocked, damaging your company's or your domain's reputation. And this information is sometimes more valuable than knowing how to go and click a button to do something, because it allows you to do something with responsibility and it allows you to do something in a repetitive way. So folks, if you have anything positive to say about Darius, throw it in the chat. Let's light this up. He's been so tremendous to folks, and we always hear about success stories when they meet with Darius. And this is why we have this coaching program. And this is why we do daily live trainings for Dubb Sales Agent every single day, 12:30 Pacific in Zoom. We're all in there. We're workshopping stuff. We roll up our sleeves and we get a little dirty and we solve problems, So cruise in there, book your one-on-one. You might have to wait a little bit of time because the demand is very, very high for this product right now. But you can still come and get to the front of the line if you just go to dubb.com/TAI. Be the first person there, raise your hand, put a question in, and we got you right on the spot. I don't know if anyone in this call has met with me, because I know I've met with a large number of people now individually on one-to-one basis where I'm workshopping things and I'm setting things up for them. So folks, you know who you are. If you have had that chance to meet with me or with Darius or anyone like Ina or Eileen or Rena or Carlisle, you know now that it's a tremendous experience and there's always a positive outcome. And sometimes it doesn't take one session, and sometimes we have to come in, we have to meet you again, but we always get it done. So if you have anything positive to say about the team, throw it in there. It pumps us up. I'd love to share that information with the team. It just means a lot to us. So thank you so much for saying that. So one of the questions that I wanted to address is, how is this different from Claude Coworker or Perplexity Desktop or any type of agentic piece of technology? So, I'm a power user on Claude Coworker. I'm a power user on Perplexity. I basically have all the AI agents, and I use them in different capacities. You'll notice if you start to go to your Claude desktop and you say, I need you to go research these leads. I need you to validate these email addresses. I need you to find this information about this. I need you to send these emails from my Gmail, from my Outlook, or I need you to broadcast this to 1,000 people. And then I need you to update the CRM of my choice connected. And I need you to do that all in one experience. Okay, that is not something that your typical AI programs are going to be able to do, right? There are a few connections that you can do, but they are not sales agents. So this is a fundamentally different experience for you all, okay? Once you get your integrations, once you get your Gmail, once you get your CRM, once you get any platform that you're using, once you get that connected, either through our 3,000 available integrations or now our custom integration option, which means if you do not find your company in the integration section, rest assured, go ask Dubb AI to create a custom integration for you, and it will. And workshop that with us in our one-on-one, in the live trainings. Workshop that. Think about what it's doing. If you had to hire an IT person to do this, they could charge $500. They could charge $1,000. In the olden days, we used to do stuff like that. We used to hire someone and pay them $500 or $1,000, some consultant that would do this. And now you can do it for a couple of dollars with your Dubb sales agent. So keep coming to the live trainings with us. and we will workshop with you.
Absolutely. And again, guys, I'm just cracking through these questions. I'm loving the ideas and stuff. The problem or the only issues I'm seeing in here, guys, again, something about API keys. If the question is, does it integrate? Do us a small favor. Come ask your support, your team, whatever technology, and say, how can I generate an API key? And if they say here's how, then the answer with Dubb is automatically yes. If they say we don't do API keys, then the answer is a maybe. Probably not, but maybe. So that's one thing that's kind of not to blanket give you guys the answers, but if there is specific questions, do me that one favor. Ask your tool about does it generate an API key, and that will definitely answer that one. Diane, good to see you, Diane. Long time. About LinkedIn, so, and then absolutely very weird. Won't let me connect my Gmail, Diane. We could take a look at that about LinkedIn specifically. So LinkedIn, there is an integration with LinkedIn, and you can do things like posting to LinkedIn. I will say this: there are in the LinkedIn terms of service, it says don't automate connections. It says don't do that, right? And there's 1,000 tools that do it, and they're all against the terms of service, and they all say no, we're not. We have special permissions. It's this weird gray area that it exists. So no, at this point in time, Dubb AI doesn't touch the gray area of LinkedIn. Posting, absolutely fine, no gray area, all happy area. The automating the outreach and the connections, it is against the terms of service, and so we're very much follow the rules team. So at this time, no, it doesn't. There's no automation for LinkedIn outreach. So it's one of those things that we were talking about, like Ruben mentioned, trying to set up an agentic thing with like open claw, that type of stuff. Very dangerous, very scary.
Yeah.
It could potentially circumvent terms of service and also a bunch of other scary things it can do.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that's not possible with agentic AI, but I'm saying that that's one of those things we're going to stay away from, I believe, because as a company, as a technology provider, we always want to make sure our technology never gets you guys in trouble. That's why we always talk about guardrails and limitations and things like that. And when it comes to cold email sending, we had a gentleman here that was asking about, hey, is this thing going to get flagged by bots? Great question, because actually, no, there's part of the skill is when you're saying send emails, go send 1,000 emails like batch through a Gmail, right? It's going to break it up a little bit. So it does some smart things automatic to exactly not get you guys in trouble. So Ruben mentioned, we care. We truly do. Last thing we want to do is say, here's the thing, good luck. No, we want to help you and actually have you achieve a result. And so when it comes to things like sending an email, we want to make sure you're aware of the limits and things like that, so you get yourself into any trouble. Same thing with LinkedIn, right? We could provide a tool that allows you to go connect to LinkedIn people, but then boom, your LinkedIn of 10 years is blocked because of us. We'd feel really bad. We will steer clear of those things that can get us in trouble, collectively in trouble.
Yeah. So we have another question here about, there's a lot of questions about custom integrations. Now, what I recommend with custom integrations is that the requirement that Darius mentioned is an API key. That is the basic requirement. So the first thing that I would do is ask Dubb AI, where do I find my API key? Or ask Google or ask ChatGPT or whatever you're comfortable using. Even use the support option within your CRM or within the platform that you want to connect to. Where do I find my API key? Typically it's in the settings or the accounts or developer tools, and you'll go and you'll find a little link and it'll say API key. You generate the key. It's this long 24 to 36 alphanumeric digit code. Copy that and then prepared to now interface with Dubb AI and ask it, create a custom integration. It's always going to ask you that. In fact, let me share my screen very quickly here. So if you look, this is our demo channel here. If you look at what we're doing, we're asking it build a custom integration with the CRM, in this case, Follow Up Boss. So it does its research, it goes and finds things out, and then sure enough, it provides you a link where you can, in a very secure way, you should never share your API key in an AI chat. This is the secure way to do it. It's a locked channel. There's a lot of protection on this. You click on this link, you input your API key, it saves it, and then boom, you get the green check mark, and then now it has all these capabilities. So it's a very, very exciting feature. Building a custom integration with AI is extremely advanced. So this is definitely a premium feature. This is also, it's a beta feature. It might take you a little bit of time to workshop this. The AI agent might have to go through a couple of different avenues, read information, go through the documentation, try things in a few different ways. and provide either a successful connection, or it'll say, here's what I need. You need a paid account. You need a different API key. You have to have a secret token. It's going to guide you. So definitely go through this process. And again, meet us in our live trainings and we will help you workshop this. Here's another successful integration with Lofty. And now I have a full integration in perpetuity with my Dubb sales agent and my CRM, in this case, Lofty. And now I can communicate. I can add contacts. I can update things, tasks, calendar, listings, the list goes on. So this is a very, very exciting thing to be able to connect, orchestrate all of your different tools in one place.
Beautiful. Guys, some more really good questions. I'm loving it. I'm going to keep dropping it in here. I'm going to put in the chat right now, where was it actually? 101. This is the Dubb AI 101 training, right? If you're like, hey, where do I get started with this thing? I'd love to kick some tires by myself. That's the YouTube playlist, right? That has the step-by-step, every previously live training session where we go through the basics, and then even the setup and the onboarding, those are there. That's a great place. Perfect 101, like entry level. And then there's also the Dubb, the daily training, which we won't be doing today, but we'll be picking up tomorrow. Dubb.com/TAI. Those are perfect resources for everyone looking to get started. And then some other really important things there. Where did they go? In the Q&A. They're really, really good stuff here, guys. About this one, bringing other models into Dubb AI, because everyone, right? I'm in love with my ChatGPT, my Claude. I have some really cool stuff there. In order to re-establish this or bring it over to Dubb or whatever, it's really, guys, it's like one prompt. You go into your favorite AI tool and you say, I want to use another AI tool. Provide me everything that you know about me so that I can give it to another AI tool. That's really the one prompt that most people need to transfer the stuff that their chat tool has learned about them to another tool. The one prompt that says, provide a list of everything that you know about me so that I can use that information to train another AI tool. Claude and ChatGPT and Gemini will generally give you whatever it's been scraping or looking at to give you answers. It might be pretty long if you've been using it for a long, long time. There are some other more detailed questions about, like, specifically, like within Claude, they have projects, within ChatGPT or within there's artifacts, right? So if you guys, there's certain little tiny things that are unique features within your favorite AI tools that exist there only. And those won't be fully integrated into Dubb AI this time automatically. But let's say if it is a project, if it is a instruction, a training, images, branding, whatever it is, even if you don't have direct access from Claude to Dubb AI or ChatGPT to Dubb AI, just give it whatever ChatGPT or Claude had access to, right? What did you give it? You gave it words, or you gave it documents, or you gave it websites. Provide those same things to Dubb AI, and then it essentially replaces those tools. And I will also say this, guys, Gmail, a paid Gmail, includes Gemini for free. ChatGPT has a completely free version. So there is still use and reason to have some basically free AI tool. If you're still doing just little quick searches and stuff, perfect. Use your free unlimited GPT or Gemini that's included, or whatever, Copilot that's included with Outlook. Those tools are still very useful for your regular, what's this recipe? All right, whatever you need to do for regular little search stuff. Perfect. Purpose of Dubb AI, as Ruben and I have mentioned a few times, it's for when ChatGPT and Claude, when it do the job. When you're like, hey, generate these leads, verify the emails, follow up with them via my email address, log it to my CRM, and then do like 3 other things. That's when you use Dubb AI, is to do the things that you would have to go hire a person, integrate 4 different pieces of technology to do, or go pay extra subscriptions for. But if it's just the quick, hey, ChatGPT, what's the weather today? Free GPT, free Gemini, free, those are still useful for that stuff. So I'm not saying to completely can every AI tool you guys have. And I want to make sure that important distinction. We still use Gemini for YouTube research. It's free, right? And it's just frictionless, and it's connected to YouTube. So there's still uses of those tools. So I want to make sure that you guys aren't getting the wrong message to just dump everything you've ever had. But I will say there is not probably a reason to pay for something like Claude and Dubb AI at the same time. If you're married to Claude and you have thousands of projects and integrations and connections and stuff, and you're just so deep in it, great, don't replace that. We're not saying to kill that. We're saying that, well, where does your AI hit its limits? Do you need lead generation? Do you need email verification, phone number lookup? Do you need automated follow-up to do your CRM? Wherever your AI tool is reaching its limit or not able to do it, that's where these perfect things come in. And it's just like the general landscape of AI right now. One tool does video, one tool does music, right? One does business. And this is the Dubb AI tool. It's meant for business. All right, guys, I'm gonna, Ruben, I know you were showing some stuff there. I just wanted to make sure we got a big answer to that question of, can I bring my other AI tool into Dubb AI? The answer is kind of yes, but not like there's not an ability to use your chat GPT or Claude as the brain behind what Dubb AI is doing. It's one of those models that you select from our dash, but that's actually a benefit. It's one less subscription for you to manage, one less tool for you to have to log into and use and things like that. Again, there's something for everybody. So I know some of you guys here are like, no, I love my whatever AI tool. Continue that marriage. Now it's just kind of a Mormon marriage where you have a couple of wives or something.
Folks, I wanted to share a really interesting case study with you all. All of this is happening because of Dubb AI. Dubb AI has become our sales and marketing machine here at Dubb as a company. We use this technology. We had, 500 registrants to this webinar. Dubb AI was integral in every single aspect of what we were doing, writing our copy, researching our leads, connecting to our CRM, sending emails, sending notifications, going through the process. It's been our favorite tool to sell and market. And we have learned from our own experiences, and we've made our own mistakes, and we want you to learn from our mistakes. And now we've polished it so that you all can use it. So please take this technology as a tool and as a gift that you can start to use, customize it to make it your own. Add your skills, add your integrations, add your custom integrations. Find your use cases. It will get more intelligent as you use it. I see so many questions here, and the answer, folks, is yes. I keep saying yes. It can do that. It can do that. Train it, teach it to do that. Give us its integrations, give it its skills, go through the process, ask it to do stuff. Meet with us in the live trainings. A great use case that we've had is we went into Dubb AI. We asked it to generate 1,000 leads in our core audience. We asked it to verify those emails. Okay, that's another skill. We asked it to go and sort of do market research on those, to make a spreadsheet on all of those, to write copy, subject lines, body, hyper-personalized for each individual based on the research that it did on their website, their domain, on the individual, their LinkedIn page. It crafted 1,000 personalized emails. It sent the emails via Gmail over the course of multiple days so that we don't get blocked. And now it's logging the CRM, and we're getting replies, and we're getting bookings right now, all with the Dubb sales agent, from soup to nuts, from A to Z. We have a lot of learnings here, and we would love to share those with you all. I just have one ask. The ask is go and figure out what the most valuable thing that you can do is, and to focus on that. So focus on your wins. Focus on the things that provide ROI so that you're streamlining, you're making more efficient, increasing your productivity on the things that are going to drive you results, instead of going and doing experimental things which you haven't proven yet are successful. So that's just the one recommendation that I have. Do your most valuable things with this, and watch it become, your department of assistants, of agents, of coworkers. It's pretty tremendous. Invest in time, meet with us. We're here for you.
Absolutely, guys. A couple of good questions too about automations. That is one limit. It still can't do that quite, where it goes in and actually builds the workflow, right? What it can do, it can generate the subject, the bodies, the video scripts. It can generate everything that would go into a campaign, an automation, a workflow, all that stuff, but it would still need a human to come the little buttons, right? Click the dots on the page to connect the pieces for automation, at least. But again, that's a one-time thing. And this is actually a perfect leverage of what we're calling traditional systems versus AI, right? A traditional system, right? This is automated workflows, right? This used to be coolest, most highest tech thing that marketing could do. And now we're calling it traditional systems. It's hilarious. And this is what it is, right? The traditional system was like this, where you have your workflow. And someone had a great question, is like, hey, can Dubb AI just come build this workflow for us now? And the answer is yes, to some point. It can craft every subject, body, video script that goes into this workflow. But the actual clicking like this of the steps and the things, it can't do that quite yet. But that is also where our human support bridge the gap. You can use AI, Dubb AI, to generate your perfect workflow, and then come into the daily live trainings or one-on-ones or wherever you want to get your support to actually build that workflow out. So that's why I've had a lot of people that even have things like GoHighLevel or HubSpots and other CRMs that have these types of technologies available, but they end up using and building inside of Dubb because we have the support and the humans that can actually help. So it's up to you guys, right? Well, we can help you build it in high level. We can help you build it inside of Dubb. Your success is what the most important thing to us is, and it's using our tech, and it's everybody wins from that. So that's why we're always so willing and able to help you guys.
Folks, I shared the Product Hunt link for the announcement of Dubb AI, it would mean the world to us. Click on that and just upvote it. It takes probably less than 30 seconds. If you don't have an account, you just log in with Gmail and then you click the upvote. It upvotes us. It means a lot to us. If you really want to put in a couple of minutes here, throw a comment. I mean, it means a lot to us, you guys. It's also helpful to get comments there because it allows us to figure out how to take the direction of this product. We have our laundry list of sort of upgrades and features that we're going to be building on this, and the way that we can prioritize this is obviously by comments, especially public comments that are validated, that get voted and upvoted. So if you put a comment there and other people agree with you on a feature request, you'll get our attention basically. So it means a lot to us. So please click on that link. Thank you so much, Diane. That means a lot to me. Appreciate you. Please click on that link. Diane, I will share this with you that I saw your comment on event organizers and meeting organizers, probably for keynote speaking opportunities. Dubb AI is very powerful for that, because if you go into Dubb AI and you ask it to find you contacts for folks that have events that are occurring, it can go and find those contacts. So you might say, scan for upcoming events, potentially in my category, find the contacts, mine the data, find their information, first name, last name, phone, email, and then send them emails. It's even going to validate those emails so you don't send it to bogus emails and think in your mind that the person ignored you, but in fact it was just a bad email, right? It's going to tell you if it's a landline or a mobile phone number. It's going to tell you if it's a valid or invalid email. So pick up the phone and do what you do best, which is to record a Dubb video. Send them that link. You can even record an evergreen video to use over and over again for an effort like that. Like if you're trying to generate leads and send a video email to those individuals, you can record an evergreen video and have that video be sent by your Dubb sales agent.
Good. Okay, guys, I see some people trying to plug along on their own, but hitting some walls. If you guys are getting into a technical hurdle, Pastor Mel, good to see you, my friend. Lovely to see you. I hope you're doing well. Jump into the one-on-one, into the daily live. Dubb.com/TAI.
Today, 12:30.
It's every single weekday, guys. We'll get you taken care of. We'll usually have some time even for some one-on-ones. So if you're having any technical issue, every single weekday, 12:30 is available. Please submit that one or join that one. We'll get you taken care of. And then someone else asked, do we still need Dubb if you have Dubb? Yes, I would say, well, you don't need, technically, one could operate without the other and vice versa. But I would say this, if you don't have a CRM, Dubb is the perfect CRM that integrates with Dubb AI. Also, if you don't have a video tool, you absolutely need a video tool in 2026. With so much AI and automation out there, you need an ability to differentiate. So perfect combination. I would say not absolutely required from a technical standpoint. Super powerful, guys. And so to Tony right there, yes, Dubb is your full powered CRM. It's AI powered. I said this like a year ago. Ruben and I were talking. We were like, what's the future of all this technology, right? Where old school is this. You're in there and you're clicking and clacking and you're learning how to use things. You're watching hours of tutorials to figure out how software works. That's all like dead now, guys. It's dead now. Instead, you go into a chat and you're talking to a really smart human. You say, do this for me. And then it's that shift now happened. And it was just so weird to see it because we were talking about it like less than a year ago. It's like, man, look at all these systems people have 30 years building, right? Building this tech and these UIs, user interface, user experiences. And now in 6 months, all completely different and changed now.
Yeah.
Where you want to use your CRM, and guys, CRMs have been so clunky and such a headache that nobody's used them in the past, or unless you're like, okay, I've got to use this thing to get paid. So otherwise, now it's just talk to a smart person and all the stuff in your CRM is done for you. So that's the monumental shift that's happened. And it's with every system, guys. Anything that has an API key, whether it's Dubb, regular Dubb, or Shabana, can I get rid of MailChimp? Absolutely, you can. In fact, for everybody that uses MailChimp, I say use Flagship, the Dubb Classic with SendGrid plugged in. We at Dubb, how we got you to this webinar, we didn't use a MailChimp or anything. We use Dubb, and we use Dubb AI to send the bulk email, the automations using SendGrid to thousands of people, tens of thousands, by the way. So great question. And that's exactly what we want to build here for you guys, is as much of a one-stop as we can for all things sales, marketing, video, AI, right? There's certain things we can't do. Like we're not going to rebuild, iMovie, right? Or Adobe Premiere. We won't rebuild Adobe Premiere here. But what we will build is one thing that solves as many of these growth problems in one place as we can.
Yes.
Sales, marketing, video, tech, training, guys. The problem with AI right now is, and I know we're all guilty of it, building. If you're in sales, if you're an entrepreneur, it's very easy to get distracted with the building. You're like, oh man, I'm building all these things and timers and dashboards and CRM and stuff that I'm building. But I'm like, but is that generating revenue for you? Right? If you're different, if you're an agency and you're delivering deliverables for money, that's one thing. Most of us here aren't, though. We have a product or service and we're getting distracted with building internally. So I will say that don't get distracted with building stuff and instead be working on the business, right? Instead of in it, working on the business, not just building things for the sake of building, but building systems and workflows and processes that drive revenue. That's where our training is going to be super focused on. You'll see too, guys. Sometimes we'll derail your plan. You're like, hey, I wanted to come build this timer, and we're like, why are you building a timer? Instead of building a timer, you could do this instead, and you'll see that's a lot of our trainings, guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you have for Slack, Mel, I know that this is relevant for you. Make sure that you're the workspace owner of Slack. So make sure you're an admin or the workspace owner, and you're not going to get that glitch. We are going to be doing our daily live trainings, just as promised, 12:30 Pacific, which is in 19 minutes. So we'll end this webinar just shortly here and then come into the live trainings. Let's workshop there. Let's hang out. If you have issues, we will work through them with you. Screenshots are appreciated, links are appreciated, descriptions are appreciated. And if you really want to make it efficient for us, record a video of what you're seeing using the Dubb Chrome extension, using the Dubb desktop app. You probably pay for it. Use the technology. Grab the Dubb desktop app, record what you're experiencing, use your voice, use your annotations, use your visuals, and explain to us what you're working through. We've helped with other systems too, outside of Dubb. We've helped people set up SendGrid, and we've helped people set up Twilio so that they can broadcast emails and SMS. We will go do that. We will go above and beyond. It's all good for us. We've done it so many times now. Just let us know what you're facing and we will support you. I have a question. Darius, can you see the Dubb desktop app right here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the Dubb desktop app right here. I have the Dubb desktop app installed on my computer. So right here, this is the Dubb desktop app. And for me to record my screen, all I have to do is click the record screen button. And now I have some controls here so that I can control my screen. And I even have some annotations here. So I can start to arrow at things. I can put a square on things. I can type some text on the screen. I can click record, and then this video is of course uploaded into your Dubb account, into the Dubb cloud, and there's a link that's instantly generated with the landing page. This video, this link right here, is going to help us support you. So people spend a lot of time typing text and explaining things. Guys, if a picture is 1,000 words, a video is $1 million. So use video. Our mantra since day one has remained the same. Use video to communicate with us when you have requests, when you need use video to make a human connection, communicate visually with your clients. It still works. It's still the best method. And now you have the Dubb sales agent to go and have some scale, have some automation, have some intelligence that now can go and work for you. That's not going to waste all their day at the water cooler and not going to take 3-hour lunches and call in sick half the time, quit after 2 months because it was too difficult. Right. This is your always on sales agent, all powered by Dubb. Folks, I am so psyched that we had this opportunity. I wanted to give a huge shout out Ina as well, who is tremendous leader at Dubb. I don't know who has had a chance to meet with Ina, but Ina has been just transformative in terms of helping clients, working with folks. It's been a tremendous experience. Yes, Raphael, thank you so much for saying that. Manny, thank you so much for saying that. Bill, you've had your one-on-one with Ina. Ina has a team, and she has trained people who have been so transformative for this business and for people who have gotten, the work that they have done has probably generated hundreds of millions of dollars of revenue. Because, Dubb has Fortune 500 clients. So if you think about how much revenue we've actually generated and the support that's contributed towards that, it's a very humbling thing, it's very humbling. So, Eileen, Rena, Ina, Renee, our newest member, that's her name. We sometimes call her Carlisle.
Kirill,
who else?
Yeah.
Kirill. Who else, Darius?
So everyone on the team, right? Especially for efforts like this, it's every single team member we tap on, guys, because the same thing we tell you with your AI tools, we do with our humans and our AI tools. We're very efficient. We tap them and we use them for the jobs they're really good at. And it's like a well-oiled well-oiled machine. And so we appreciate
Yes.
each and every little bolt and cog, and everyone's important in the organization. And so, guys, we appreciate you, and everyone here as well. This whole thing is beautiful. It's like an engine, right? And all its complexity and glory, with the fuel coming in and combustion happening, and then some byproduct of moving forward. So it's really beautiful.
I'm gonna put the link one more time in here. Click on that link, sign up, use Google, use Dubb, use Outlook, use Slack. If you're getting that Slack message, it means you're not the admin or the workspace owner. You gotta work through that. You gotta go and make sure that you're the admin or workspace owner. A little bit of a technical thing. Mel, that's for you. We can help you on that if you can share your screen.
If you guys are stuck anywhere, especially the Slack thing, it's just like in the old school, I say, setting up Twilio or SendGrid or whatever. There's just a little tiny bit of friction in the beginning. As soon as you get past that, you're in green pastures. So let us help you guys get there. Don't get blocked at these stupid little nothings that are, it's just like a speed bump. Let's get you over that, and then we're off on the Autobahn to really take it off. Right?
Nice.
All right. We appreciate you guys very much. We cannot wait to get this into your hands to help you grow your business, level up, step into 2026 and AI, and make sure we're firing on all cylinders, everybody. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.